are 10 balls! If Cody has 5 and Sandy has 5, there are 10. Even if Cody has 7 and Sandy has 3, there are still 10 total. And if I come play with 2, that means Cody has 5, I have 2, and Sandy has 3. That's still 10.
There are so many ways to make the same number. Fill in the blanks in the equations to make 10. There are so many ways to make the same number. Fill in the blanks in the equations to make 10. Oops! Drag the correct numbers. Yay! These are all ways to make 10. That means that these equations all equal each other. This equation equals 10. Fill in the blanks with the correct numbers. Awesome! Both sides equal 10. That means that both sides equal each other. Both sides of the equation equal the same thing. Fill in the blank with the correct number. Super! Both sides equal 8. That means that both sides equal each other. Fill in the blanks with the correct numbers. Great job! Both sides equal 13. That means that both sides equal each other. Match the equations with their answers. Match the equations with their answers. Good job! Match the equations with their answers. Match the equations with good thinking. Match the equations with their answers. Match the equations. Good work! Use the 10 frames to show 8 plus 6. Awesome! 8 plus 6 equals 10 plus 4. Use the 10 frames to show 2 plus 9. Super! 2 plus 9 equals 10 plus 1. Use the 10 frames to show 5 plus 7. Great job! 5 plus 7 equals 10 plus 2.
There are 10 dirty, stinky socks in my room! I only put 4 in the laundry basket. How many socks are still in my room? Here's 2 ways to figure it out. We can use subtraction. 10 minus 4 is 6. Or I can use addition. 4 plus what equals 10? 4 plus 6 equals 10. So there are still 6 stinky socks. Whew! Ew!
Let's solve the equation. Drag the correct number to the blank. Isn't that neat? 10 minus 9 equals 1. 9 plus 1 equals 10. Drag the number to the blank to solve the equation. Super! 15 plus 5 equals 20. 20 minus 5 equals 15. Remove the bugs from the frame to solve the equation. Awesome! 9 minus 3 equals 6. Add the correct number of animals to solve the equation. Good thinking! 3 plus 6 equals 9. This is another way of solving 9 minus 3. Remove the bugs from the frames to solve the equation. Remove the bugs from the frames to solve the equation. Neat! 13 minus 8 equals 5. Add the correct number of animals to solve the equation. Good work! 8 plus 5 equals 13. This is another way of solving 13 minus 8. Remove the bugs from the frames to solve the equation. Yay! 18 minus 10 equals 8. Add the correct number of animals to solve the equation. Ten plus 8 equals 18. This is another way of solving 18 minus 10. Adding and subtracting.
The equal sign means that things on both sides of the equation are the same. This side has 6, and this side has 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2? That's 6. So, this side has 6, and this side has 6. The equal sign was right. Both sides are the same.
Make the scale match the equation. 1 plus 4 is 5. Drag the correct die to the scale to make both sides equal. Make the scale match the... Good thinking! 1 plus 4 is 5. Both sides have 5 dots. Make the scale match the equation. 2 plus 5 equals 3 plus 4. Good thinking! 2 plus 5 equals 3 plus 4. Both sides have 7 dots. Let's do a different one. Complete the equation with the right number. Let's do a different one. Complete the equation with the right number. Super duper! 4 plus 5 equals 5 plus 4. Both sides equal 9. Drag the correct number to the empty square. Cool beans! 6 plus 4 equals 5 plus 5. Both sides equal 10. Give Sandy all the equations that equal the number 15. Try again. Oops. Give Sandy. Those equations all equal 15. Drag all the equations that equal 6 to Rhea. Drag all the equations that equal 12 to Peck. Try again. Great! Match the equations with their answers. Match the equations with their answers. Great job! Match the equations with their answers. Match the equations with their answers. You matched them. Thanks for playing with me.
True means something is right and correct. False means something is wrong and incorrect. Can you spot which one is true and which one is false? 7 plus 1 equals 8. Yes, that's true! 7 plus 1 equals 10. That's not right. We found the one that is false. Good work, detective!
Tap the equation that is true. Tap the green button when you're done. You did it! 8 plus 1 equals 9. This is true. Let's do a fun one. We can use true and false with sentences too. Tap the true sentence. Peck is a bird. You did it! Peck is a bird. This is true. Drag the number to make the equation true. You did it! 11 minus 4 equals 7. This is true. Let's do a fun one. Make this sentence true. Drag the correct word to complete the sentence. Hat. Neat! You made the sentence. This is a hat. That is true. Listen carefully to the next instructions. This one is tricky. Drag the number to make the... Oops! This one is tricky. Drag the number to make the equation false. Which number will make the equation false? False means wrong or incorrect. Nice work! 13 plus 1 does not equal 10. This is false. This one is tricky. Drag the word to make the sentence false. Blue. Try again. Pink. Great! You made the sentence. This is pink. That is false. The bug is blue. Find the equation that is true. Great! 0 plus 15 equals 15. Find the two equations that are true. Oops! Make sure you selected two true equations. Good job! 5 plus 5 equals 10. 9 plus 1 equals 10. Find the two equations that are true. Awesome! 7 plus 9 equals 16. 15 minus 8 equals 7. Listen carefully to the next instructions. Let's do a tricky one. Find the two equations that are false. Oops! Make sure you selected two false equations. Let's do a tricky one. Find the two equations that are false. Oops! Make sure you selected two false equations. Let's do a tricky one. Find the two equations that are false. These are the false equations. 8 minus 3 does not equal 9. 4 plus 11 does not equal 13. Thanks for... Let's solve these equations. Drag the correct numbers to the... Oops! Let's solve these equations. Yay! 10 minus 2 equals 8. 8 plus 4 equals 12. Let's solve equations where the missing number is somewhere else. Drag the numbers to the blanks to solve. Neat! 14 plus 6 equals 20. 15 minus 3 equals 12. 4 plus what equals 15? Solve the equation with the 10 frames. 4 plus 11 equals 15. 9 plus what equals 14? Nine plus 5 equals 14. Let's subtract. 19 minus what equals 10? Nineteen minus 9 equals 10. 20 minus what equals 6? Twenty minus 14 equals 6. We can also add from top to bottom. What plus 7 equals 18? Drag the answer. You got it! 11 plus 7 equals 18. 7 plus what equals 14? Drag the answer to the empty square. Awesome! 7 plus 7 equals 14. Now let's subtract. 10 minus what equals 10? Super! 10 minus 0 is 10. What minus 7 equals 9? Good thinking! 16 minus 7 equals 9. I love solving equations.
This is one box of 10 crayons. This is another, and another. How many crayons are there altogether? There are 3 boxes of 10. That means there are 30 crayons. I needed them to draw this.
Without counting, how many crayons are in the box? Oops! Oops! Quick! Without counting, how many crayons are in the boxes? Awesome! Each box has 10. There are 3 boxes. That means there are 30 crayons total. Let's look at the other groups of 10. A rod is made up of 10 blocks. Tap the rod. Awesome! You don't have to count each block in the rod. Each rod is made up of 10 blocks. Don't count each block in the rods. How many blocks are there total? Super! Each rod is made up of 10 blocks. There are 20 total. How many blocks are there total? Great! Each rod is made up of 10 blocks. There are 40. How many blocks are there total? Neat! Each rod is made up of 10 blocks. There are 60. How many dots are in the 10 frame? Tap the number. You got it! The 10 frame is filled. There are 10 in the frame. Look at the number. Which frame has that number of dots? Neat! 10 dots total can fit in the 10 frame. There are 9 in the frame. Which frame has that number of dots? Super! The 10 frame is filled. There are 10 in the frame. Thanks for playing with me.
Is one box of 10 crayons. And I have 3 more here. How many crayons are there altogether? There is 1 pack of 10 and 3 extra crayons. There are 13 altogether. I needed them to draw this.
How many crayons are there? Add the pack of 10 with the single crayons. You did it! There are 12. How many crayons are there? Cool beans! There are 13. Let's look at 10 frames. How many dots are in the 10 frames? Tap. There are 14. One 10 frame is filled, which makes 10. There are 4 in the other frame. How many dots are in the 10 frames? Tap. There are 15. One 10 frame is filled, which makes 10. There are 5 in the other frame. How many dots are in the 10 frames? Tap the number. There are 19. One 10 frame is filled, which makes 10. There are 9 in the other frame. Use the 10 frames to show 12. Great! There are 12. One 10 frame is filled, which makes 10. There are 2 in the other frame. Use the 10 frames to show 15. Super! There are 15. One 10 frame is filled, which makes 10. There are 5 in the other frame. Use the 10 frames to show 19. Use the 10 frames. Good thinking! There are 19. One 10 frame is filled, which makes 10. There are 9 in the other frame. Thanks.
Look at this! I found 30 footballs outside! Here's is the number 30. This is the tens place. And this is the singles place. I have 3 tens and 0 singles. Go team!
The 10 frame fits 10. If it's full, you don't have to count all the dots to know that there are 10. Tap the number of dots. There are 10. One 10 frame is filled, which makes 10. How many dots are in the 10 frames? There are 40. 4. 10 frames are filled. There are 4 sets of 10. How many dots are in the 10 frames? There are 30 total. 3. 10 frames are filled. There are 3 sets of 10. 1 rod equals 10 blocks. If you see 1 rod, you don't have to count each block to know there are 10 blocks in 1 rod. Tap the number of blocks in the rod. Yay! There are 10. 1 rod equals 10 blocks. There are single blocks next to the rod. How many blocks are there total? Awesome! There are 13. How many blocks are there total? Great! There are 16. How many blocks are there total? Super! There are 30. How many blocks are there total? Awesome! There are 50. How many blocks are there total? There are 90. Thanks for playing with me.
I went berry picking and found lots of berries. This basket has 2 groups of 10. This basket has 1 group of 10 and 2 singles. So this one has more. That means that 20 is greater than 12, and 12 is less than 20. This is the symbol we use to show greater than and less than. The mouth opens toward the bigger number. That's easy to remember. I want to eat the bigger basket of berries too.
Is 8 greater than or less than 12? Drag the correct symbol to the blank. Super! 8 is less than 12. Is 10 greater than or less than 4? Great job! 10 is greater than 4. Is 7 greater than or less than 3? Yay! 7 is greater than 3. Is 9 greater than or less than 10? Great! 9 is less than 10. Is 30 greater than or less than 5? Neat! 30 is greater than 5. Is 10 greater than or less than 19? Sweet! 10 is less than 19. Is 12 greater than or less than 20? Good job! 12 is less than 20. Is 5 greater than or less than 15? Good work! 5 is less than 15. Is 11 greater than or less than 30? Super duper! 11 is less than 30. Is 40 greater than or less than 12? Awesome! 40 is greater than 12. Numbers are so...
Da-da-da-da! Big numbers need big brains! I'm These rods are made up of 10 blocks. There are 5 rods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's 50. And there are 3 blocks extra. That means there are 53. 5 rods and 3 blocks.
How many blocks are there? Each rod equals 10 blocks. You did it! There are 16. How many blocks are there? Each rod equals 10 blocks. Great! There are 30. There is 10 in the frame. Drag yellow blocks to the frame to solve the equation. One rod is made up of 10 blocks. Sweet! 10 plus 9 equals 19. Use the rods and blocks to solve the equation. 60 plus 4. Awesome! Use the rods and blocks to solve the equation. 71 plus 1. Cool beans! Use the rods and blocks to solve the equation. 67 plus 7. Oops! Combine the blocks in 10 blocks, make 1 rod. Keep it up! Use the rods and blocks to solve the equation. 78 plus 9. Blocks make 1. Keep up the good work. Drag the correct number to the blank to solve the equation. Nice! Drag the correct number to the blank to solve the equation. Nice work! Solve the equation. You did it! Thanks for playing with me. Here is 1 block. The yellow number shows the number of blocks. Now try moving a block from the bottom into the 1 section. Super! You can combine blocks by moving them together. Now try combining blocks. Super duper! To break the blocks apart, drag them to the scissors. Now try combining and separating blocks. Sweet! When you combine 10 blocks, they become a rod. Now try combining 10 blocks. Blocks make 1 rod. That's right. 1 rod equals 10 blocks. The green number shows the number of rods. Now try moving a rod from the bottom into the 10 section. Yay! You can break up a rod into blocks by dragging it into the 1 section. The rod becomes 10 blocks. Now try breaking up a rod. One rod is made up of 10 blocks. 10 blocks. Good job! You can remove rods or blocks by dragging them outside of the frame. Now try removing some rods and blocks. Good thinking! If there are 10 or more blocks in the 1 section, combine the blocks into a rod. The combined number of rods and blocks is your final number. There is 15 total because there is 1 rod and 5 blocks. Now try making the number 15. Good work!
Super Peck here! Let's solve this equation! We have 30 blocks, and we are adding 10 blocks. What is 30 plus 10? This is the tens place! Since we are adding one group of 10 blocks to 30, we are adding one rod to the tens place. 30 plus 10 is 40!
This rod equals 10. How many blocks are there now? Each rod equals 10 blocks. You did it! There are 20. There is 10 in the frame. Add one rod to add 10 more. Yay! There are 2 rods. That equals 20. There is 11 in the frame. Add one rod to add 10 more. One rod is made up of 10 blocks. 10 blocks make great! There are 2 rods and 1 block. That equals 21. Use the rods and blocks to solve the equation. 13 plus 1 rod is made up of 10 blocks. 10 blocks make great! Use the rods and blocks to solve the equation. 52 plus 10. 1 rod is made up of 10 blocks. 10 blocks make great job! Use the rods and blocks to solve the equation. 80. 1 rod is made up of 10 blocks. 10 blocks. Awesome! Drag the correct number to the blank to solve the equation. Cool beans! Solve the equation. Keep it up! Solve the equation. Keep up the good work. Solve the equation. You did it! Thanks for playing with me.
Super Peck here! Let's solve this equation! We have 60 blocks, which equals 6 rods. We are subtracting 10 blocks, which equals 1 rod. What is 60 minus 10? This is the tens place. Since we are subtracting one group of 10 from 60, let's remove 1 rod and subtract 1 from the tens place. 60 minus 10 is 50!
How many blocks are there? Each rod equals 10 blocks. You did it! There are 40. How many blocks are there? Each rod equals 10 blocks. You did it! There are 30. There is 10 in the frame. Drag one rod out of the frame. One rod is made up of 10 blocks. Yay! There is nothing left. 10 minus 10 equals 0. There is 11 in the frame. Remove one rod to take away 10. One rod is made up of 10 blocks. Great! 11 minus 10 is 1. Use the rods and blocks to solve the equation. 15. One rod is made up of 10 blocks. 10 blocks make one rod. Nice! Use the rods and blocks to solve the equation. 34 minus. Nice work! Use the rods and blocks to solve the equation. 83 minus 10. Use the rods and blocks to solve the equation. 83 minus 10. Super! Drag the correct number to the blank to solve the equation. Super duper! Solve the equation. Solve the equation. Sweet! Solve the equation. That's right. Solve the equation. You did it! Thanks for playing with me. How many blocks are there total? Each rod equals 10 blocks. You did it! There are 30. How many blocks are there now? Each rod equals 10 blocks. Good thinking! There are 60. There is 20 in the frame. Add 2 rods to add 20 more. Yay! There are 4 rods. That equals 40. Use the rods and blocks to solve the equation. 23 plus 30. Yay! There is 30 in the frame. Remove 2 rods to take away 20. Super! You took away 2 rods. 30 minus 20 equals 10. Use the rods and blocks to solve the equation. 50 minus 40. Good job! Use the rods and blocks to solve the equation. 85 minus 30. Good thinking! Drag the correct number to the blank to solve the equation. Good work! Solve the equation. Great! Solve the equation. Great job! Solve the equation. Solve the equation. You did it! Thanks for playing with me. Draw a straight line across to match the numbers with the matching words.
3.
Yay! Numbers can be spelled out with letters. Draw a straight line to match the number. Draw a straight line across to match the numbers with the
1,
matching words.
2, 3.
Yay! Numbers can be spelled out with letters. Draw a straight line to match the numbers with the
4,
matching
5.
words. You did it! That's how you spell the numbers. Drag the words to the box below the matching number. You match the words with the numbers. Let's do some spelling. Slide O-N. Nice! You spelled the word 1. Slide the letters to T-O. O. Awesome! You spelled the word 2. Slide the letters to spell 3. T. R. Great! You spelled the word 3. Slide the letters to F. O. Woohoo! You spelled the word 4. Slide the letters to spell F. I. V. Yay! You spelled the word 5. Match the words with the correct number of fingers.
1, 3, 2.
Awesome! Match the words with the correct number of fingers.
5.
Cool beans! Give Rhea all the things with the number 1. Try again. Oops! Give. Nice work. These are all the number 1. Give Sandy all the things with the number 4. These are all the number 4. Nice counting. Draw a straight line across to match the numbers with the matching words.
6, 7, 8.
Keep it up. Draw a straight line to match the numbers with the matching words.
10, 9.
Keep up the good work. Drag the words to the box below the matching number.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You match the words with the numbers. Let's do it again. Put the number words in order.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You put them in order. Let's do some spelling. Slide the letters to spell 6. I. Nice! You spelled the word 6. Slide the letters to spell 7. S. V. Great! You spelled the word 7. Slide the letters to spell E. G. Great! You spelled the word 8. Slide the letters to spell N. Woohoo! You spelled the word 9. Slide the letters T. Awesome! You spelled the word 10. Connect the words with the dice with the right number of dots.
6 7 8
Nice! Connect the words with the dice with the right number of
9
dots.
10
Awesome! You matched them. Find the number words. Six. 8. 9. 10. Nice work!